So, welcome back.
To the third episode.
Third,
You third.
you third episode. Where is my nudes? Yes, abused by yourself in your own company.
It sounds like a heavy topic.
Yes, and we will be very serious about it.
Obviously.
How we abuse ourselves. So, how are you, Aina?
Quite good.
A bit spring is hitting you.
Spring is here. With its good and bad.
It's good and bad.
Strength to everyone with allergies.
Yes. Shout out to everyone with allergies.
We'll get through, and summer is coming.
Yeah. Get those pills.
Trust the medicine.
Trust the medicine. Trust the weather. Trust the dust from the trees.
Okay. How are you, Kestas?
Only good. Only sun and shine and no allergies. So I'm just happy.
Oh,
Yeah, totally,
Nothing bad.
100% good. And I don't understand when people say I'm feeling bad. Come on, people, just feel
oh
good.
no.
Just feel good and be happy, and it's all in your hands.
Says
How
the
you-
maniac boss.
It's all in your hands. Just be happy. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just fine. We went with a boat to lake yesterday, and that's good.
Didn't catch any fish, but it was still worth it.
But we heard the fish splashing.
At least one big one.
One big one was inviting us, but nope.
Next time.
Next time. There will be no next time.
You also cut your hair.
I cut my hair. Yes. It's. I got enough of it. I was growing it for more than a year. More. I don't remember.
Ask me.
Anyways, I was like, okay, let's go back to when I was 16. I had long hair, and I will try how does it look now. And I liked it how it looked, but then I lay down in the training, and when I put my head down on the ground, the ponytail is always hitting the floor, and I just couldn't bear it anymore. And I was like, okay, I have a machine, I will just cut it. And I did it.
Congrats.
Thank you. And it feels great. It feels great in many, many ways. And it's kind of going together with the spring, so that's why I'm like, woohoo, so happy.
To the spring with new hair.
Yes. It made sense. Oh, yes. Let's go for This is not advice podcast, has a new jingle.
You're gonna wanna hear it.
You're gonna wanna hear it. So let's just go into it. No waiting. Hello, maybe you have an advice for me? Advice.
Advice.
Advice. How about your wife? Is that an advice? Give me something to speak about. Say something. I need some help. Some help. Some help. Some help. Some help. I'm not here to help, but please say something to me. Am I listening this, or is it just me? It's coming to the end. Please stop it. She said I was not going to. Is it him talking?
Does anybody have an advice here?
Is this the advice man? Please welcome on stage the advice man.
This is not an advice podcast.
I think it sounds great.
Oh, it sounds great. I wonder who made it.
It's some unknown artist.
It's anonymous.
Yeah, or I didn't find who.
This is Advice Podcast.
Oh, sounds familiar.
No, I just listened so much that I learned it.
Some help.
Some help. Some help. Yes, so we need some help. So if you want to help us, subscribe to this and like the video.
Smooth, Kestas, smooth.
Not bad, I know. And of course, you can support us on Contribui and Patreon. Or Patre.
Patre, please.
Patre could support us.
You don't have to be my own patre, but please support us.
But Patreon, okay? Yeah. So I'm Kestas, I'm from Lithuania. And this is Aino from Finland. And
From
we are
Allergy Land.
from straight from Allergy Land.
This is a good test to hear.
And that's Lieva from Lithuania.
It's a good episode to test if people have patience to listen to people with allergies.
No, but maybe it's the same as, Phoebe had a flu and then her voice was better for singing. So maybe it's better for podcast.
Maybe. If
I
I
don't
don't sneeze too much around.
Yeah. When you sneeze, I can just make it like a compilation of your sneezes together.
Oh no.
And make it a reel for the next episode release.
And then we hope that we can collaborate with some allergy,
The drugstore,
for example.
for example. So drugstores, we are ready for you.
Okay.
Okay. So,
So, we are gonna talk about how not to be abused by your own company.
yeah.
That's the topic of today.
And you have a question?
No, the first question that came to my head was, why would you abuse yourself? Do you have any answer to that?
Abuse yourself in your own company as a company member, because otherwise it sounds quite brutal. So we don't talk about that. But why would I abuse myself in my own company? Because I need some results.
Things need to happen.
Things need to happen, and this guy is not doing so much. So come on, I have to push him.
But hasn't research proved that no good things come out of forcing?
Yeah, I guess many different researchers in sports. I guess it's also different. Yeah, but I guess you're just. I'm just expecting more, and then you try to push yourself,
And then you lose yourself.
and then you lose yourself. And you, why do you abuse yourself in your own company?
Yeah, I guess it's a good question.
Do you abuse yourself?
I think so. I think I'm probably the worst to myself.
The best abuser to yourself.
Yes, best and the worst. Whatever. But I mean, probably I say the nastiest things to myself.
Yeah.
I don't hear it from other people, but
And you don't say it to other people. But
I hope not.
if anybody has heard some nasty stuff from Aina, please comment. What did you hear from her? And
Oh,
from me
no.
also, please.
I don't know if I want to hear.
You want to hear.
No, I mean, yes, of course. If you make a mistake, you want to hear about it so you can make things right.
Yeah. Do you have some examples of how you abuse yourself?
It's very brutal word. Can we use something else?
Do you have some examples how you use yourself for work?
No, one example, maybe that I like to, I don't know, push myself to the limit in training, for example, like as a punishment for myself or something like that. You know, that you just, you're your own slave.
But that's quite good. Like, not in a way that for me, I feel better after.
Yes, I mean, sometimes I feel like it needed. It
Yeah.
kind of refreshes when you get to do that every now and then.
It's like therapy.
But also, I don't think it's the healthiest if you keep on just punishing yourself. It
Yeah.
doesn't sound very nice.
Yeah, it feels good even though you train just a normal amount. You still feel good after.
Yes, and maybe just why do you have to think so brutally while doing something? I don't know. Sometimes, maybe less and less these days. I'm harsh on myself, but sometimes it strikes.
Yeah, for me it's like when you get some idea, like for example with this podcast, and you don't have any time limit or deadline to do stuff, but then you become anxious because you imagine that other people are waiting for it
Yeah.
for you to make it. No, kind of, oh, this would be the good time to do it, so I have to do it now, and you get so like obsessed with that deadline which you made up that you don't see that it doesn't matter if it happens like a day after in better quality or a week after in better quality. You try to rush it and do it, and then overwork and do bad work, bad work,
Bad.
bad work. Yeah, and this overdoing stuff is, it's like, that's what I wrote also, how to resist asking a little question about work after working hours. Because when we work together and always the work is around, we are like trying to resist it. But there's sometimes, can I, about the thing, can I ask now, just quickly?
So you mean asking from each other's, not from yourself?
From each other's, yeah.
Hmm.
Because,
But probably you do it yourself too.
no, yeah, I guess this goes to checking phone, email, and stuff like that at after work hours.
Or seeing accidentally an open call
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
something just pops to your mind and why haven't I done this and should we do something towards it? Even though it's not the time.
Yeah.
But also when we can decide ourselves, why wouldn't it be the time? Or it's hard to put the frame to the work sometimes.
Yeah, it feels like there's no excuse to not do it. Like, okay,
If you feel good, why wouldn't you do it? Like,
or if you even, no, okay, what is good, but if you feel even bad, like somehow that, okay, I worked and I'm tired or something, whatever, you still feel like, no, I could do it now, even though I'm not feeling all right.
yes.
I could still do it. And then if you don't do it and you say to yourself, okay, I will not do it, I'll just rest or do something else. And then you always have that in mind.
Yes.
You could be doing it.
And also that it's waiting there.
Yeah.
And then there is many things that are just waiting there.
Yeah,
And the work never ends, not by doing it.
that's very true. I guess for me it helps to put it to notes and
Yep.
then never open it.
No, but to-do lists are, I guess, one of the best. It gives you a little relief
Yeah,
to put it on the paper and then you don't at least have to remember each thing.
yeah. Because that's what's also a big thing that I worry of stuff which I don't remember. Oh my God, do I remember everything I have to do, or is there a huge amount of work which I just forgot, or whatever little tasks?
Or the most important thing and
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
just forgot it.
Because that has happened before, and it feels.
What have you forgotten important? Oh no, I can think of something.
Well, I actually didn't miss the work, but I came 1 week earlier to work.
When was this?
When we were going to teach. I was going to teach, or we were going to teach.
Oh yeah.
And it was 1 week. I came in and oh, hello. Yeah, next week.
Not today.
Not today.
But at least there was a show on the same day.
Yeah.
So we got to see a show.
Yay.
Something more brutal came to my mind, but we don't need to go to that
Okay.
unless you want.
No. Let's not go there.
It's
So,
nothing bad. It's just a accident that happened.
so you want to tell or not?
It's about you, so that's why it feels.
So please tell me or just end it.
What if it ruins your mood? I will not tell it.
Okay, thank you. So we go on. That's it. You let it go.
If somebody wants to hear, we can talk separately about it without Kestas behind his back.
Yeah, that's also really good. If you don't want to stress others, just talk behind the back with other people, not the one which you're talking about. Advice.
That's how the things work in our company.
Yeah, I would
But how
ask.
to talk about behind each other's backs when it's only two of us?
Then we get mental and talk to ourselves about the other person.
We talk to Liepa. No, I haven't done that ever.
I might have.
Yes.
No.
Talked bad about me with Liepa.
No, that's too brutal. Couldn't do it.
Well, she doesn't understand.
Oh, she doesn't understand. Now everything changes. So, how would you rate yourself as a boss?
How would I rate myself?
From 1 to 10, 10 is the best boss you ever had. 1 is like you wanna quit second day of the work.
Am I rating in all times or the boss that I am today?
The boss that you are today.
Seven, 8?
7.8. 7 or 8.
Let's say 7, then there is more space to improve.
So you see more positive than negative.
Kinda. I think I'm developed.
You are developed.
I have developed.
I know it's developed. So good.
I mean, compared to the... Look, Kanta is now 5 years. If you think about the first year, I was just full on panic, probably living for the first year or two. Oh my god, you can't live like this. Do everything, all the time.
Doing everything all the time at the same time with the empty bank account.
And empty mind.
And in the end, empty mind. Yeah,
Not very good for creative work.
perfect. Situation for creative work.
So, rating yourself as a boss.
And so what's positive about you as a boss of your own?
Maybe I have become more chill, but I think still I have some drive for things that I. It's weird to think like that I'm the boss. I just consider myself more as the worker. But I guess boss or a worker, I usually enjoy what I do. And even if I don't, I can get things done.
That describes everything. I consider myself more worker than boss of myself. So you work for yourself, but there is no boss of you.
No, actually, yeah, like I'm not very bossy as a person.
No.
For me, it's hard to be strict in the way that I would say now things need to go like this. I think I'm pretty flexible. I'm ready to bend to any direction. No, not any, but
No, yeah. Except the extreme situations
such as
when you spill Coke on the other people in the restaurant. Then you decide and you know what to do. Is this not a good example? Shouldn't have brought this up.
Hey, I didn't bring bad things up about
Hey.
you, and now you are bringing my past on the plate to contemplate.
Wow. Okay.
No, yeah. I can be.
Yeah. If somebody gets you there, or like, I mean, if the situation is that,
Nee.
but you're quite liberal. Is that the
You
right
could
word?
say that too, I guess.
And it's like doubt is not bad. It's giving you more options. Sometimes, of course, at least I like to just let's do it like this. If it's bad, it's bad. Then we go to the good way.
Yeah, I guess you are a bit more like that, more going for the thing, and I would like to be consider things first. That is it. Are the things done right and nice?
Hmm.
That we are ready to go. That it's nice to be prepared for things too.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to some level.
Maybe we balance each other's out in that.
Yeah, kinda.
No, how would you rate yourself then?
Uh, yeah, now talking about this balancing each other is also
Balancing each other.
whatever that means. It makes me think that I'm not so much this being boss of myself, just alone, just deciding everything because we are getting influenced by each other
Of course we
a
are,
lot.
yes.
But no, I'm feeling lately. I'm feeling like a good boss. I think for a worker of me, uh, kind of like getting things done. Mm, not lazying my ass off, but at the same time having time to rest. Not like
And I like that you say sometimes things out loud. Like, wow.
not like I know.
I mean, that you say like healthy things out loud. That, okay, let's not think about that, for example, now we concentrate on the one thing. Or today is a rest day, don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
it's quite cool.
it's quite nice, but at the same time, when I make my mind silently, not talking to you, I make my mind, and then you're like, "Hey, maybe let's do this. Let's go to the whatever swim forest," and I'm like, I already had like a 10-minute speech in my head that okay, today I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home, and then like I have to change that, and then it's difficult. Even though it would be just like 10 minutes before, you would have asked that. Yeah, sure, let's go. But then these kind of decision making and then changing is the
So you were saying also that you don't say things out loud.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
was just 10 minutes too late with my suggestion.
Aino's book, 10 minutes. I was just 10 minutes too late.
From the big success. Who knows where could I be if I wasn't just 10 minutes late?
Yeah. What would you think would be your event in your lifetime, which if you would have been 10 minutes later or earlier would have made you a millionaire or something?
Oh, there's been many. But you didn't give a number for yourself. Was it from 1 to 10?
Yeah, I would go for 8 also, I think. No,
I gave 7, not 8.
no, yeah, you said 7, 8. but I would not give 7. I would go for 8. Maybe think about 9, but then it's like, what do I think that I'm really good? Who am I to think like that? And 10 would be just, come on, let's be realistic.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, just come on, Jesus. Let others say that you're 10, not yourself. And yeah, about the decision making, I feel like clowning was the thing which made me not care about negative outcome, if it's not like not like negative to yourself in some way. That because in clowning, every situation, every fail is an opportunity. So it's for me like, so it doesn't matter then. Let's just do it.
No, that's a lovely way to take life.
Not yeah, in a way, but it's not white and black. So also it's like you write an email and it's okay, let's send it. Instead of putting extra 5 minutes to like make it better for the other person to receive it. So it's not like, oh, now this rule will lead me and my life will be wonderful. I don't think so, but I guess that adds, that clowning part adds to my laziness. That whatever, do it. If it's bad, it's bad. No. So it's kind of taking away your own responsibility for quality or whatever.
But I guess it can be also like, sometimes when you need a little kick or push, that just do it. Like
Yeah.
that, it's good to have some mantras, phrases that come to
Mantras?
your mind.
Oh, yes.
Philosophies that help you proceed.
Yeah, but I get also like I'm not consciously having them.
Yeah.
I can talk about what I have done and then compare it to some kind of mantras, but I don't have like, oh, I have this, so now in this I'll.
No, I didn't mean that, but don't they sometimes come to your mind, like when you are in a situation of do something, and then it comes to your mind that exactly that what you said or whatever
Yeah.
you have, and then it pushes you to do it.
I guess, yeah, they are unconsciously there. I'm just saying that because sometimes when you listen to people talk and they talk about, yeah, I'm living this way my life, but I don't know. I think that, okay, you look back at what you have done and you see how it went, but you don't see how it will go. So you cannot say that, oh, I live by this rule and I will keep on doing like that. No, you can see how you did, but what you will do it. No, I guess you can be a bit more on the track with having one thought, yes, but just that when you listen to those people, you start to think that, oh, maybe I should have this and I should now try to do everything by one kind of rule or mantra or whatever. But no, I think just
Because this is not an advice podcast.
yeah,
Not
and
advice podcast.
not advice. Whew, that was a little question about work. How to resist it.
Just a little question.
And you had another question.
How would your ideal work day look like?
What was my ideal work day? I don't know. When I think about good memories of a good work day, it usually contains 2-3 hours of some kind of activity. Usually it's some kind of what are those? Not kind of exercises. I'm lost in words now a bit. Tasks, games, artistic research stuff, which I don't like.
It included something like that.
Yes, and then after, and it's always led by someone.
So that tells you that you're not so good at being your own boss.
That's why it's 8, not 10.
You still need someone else to be the boss. Is that what you're saying?
I think guidance is very important. To have somebody just to look at the time and yeah, push it if you're not enough or like or blah, blah, blah. My ideal, yeah. So
I guess it's quite difficult question also because our work days can look so different.
yeah, I'm talking about rehearsing. So it's better when there is somebody pushes you, uh, reflects on what you do, and then when there is somebody, I usually feel after that. Also because you're practicing something, so you can show it because it's kind of meant to be showed. So if you don't have who to show it to you, you don't get any feedback, straight feedback. So it's a bit you keep it inside, and then depends on what, but most cases you don't feel return, and it's just like, okay, I did something. I hope it's good.
So you're talking about now also like creative process or just
Yeah, creative. If
because
it's
rehearsal could be just going through things we know already or actually creating something new. So
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the creative. Having somebody having like 5 hours of like 2 hours a break, 2 hours with like a person to work with, and then having an evening of like light evening with talking about it, having some food and a beer or something, and that would be my ideal. Of course, I wouldn't go for every day like that, but that sounds really nice.
so would you say also that the creation processes are the best work days?
Yeah, I think so. It's most rewarding, uh, and of course, shows would be like equally depending on how the show went. But usually it's like that. Even though creative processes sometimes are even better because of you go there extreme and research, and it's always new, and the show is always not new in a way that you have done it many times, and of course it's new because of the audience
And whatever can happen.
and whatever can happen. But yeah, so yeah. And for the office is like when there are kind of clear tasks what to do, and you do and you complete them. That's the best because the satisfaction comes from it's done. Click. Never think about it again, or at least for some time. So if there is few of those tasks which you do it like that, then you feel good about the day. And you? What's your ideal workday, boss of Aino?
I didn't think of it. uh,
Outside in the garden, fishing,
yeah, if I'm a fisherman,
gathering berries in the forest.
that's my leisure. No, yeah, I guess ideal work day would include ideal workmate.
Okay, okay.
No, I mean that you work with people who you like
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
work with.
yeah, yeah.
It's always the biggest pleasure when there is other people too who you really like to share
Yeah,
the
yeah.
work with. And it boosts the great feeling of the work done.
And it's good when there's outside of the like when we create shows. So if it's only performers, okay. But when there is somebody out, whatever costume, light, outside eye, somebody out, it's already better because I don't know. There is better balance between opinions and stuff like that.
No, I guess one thing that I was thinking about ideal work day that kinda it feels good when you have a schedule and you know how it goes, but at the same time I started to ask myself is it? Because sometimes surprises are also make the days great.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. And it's but then there is this thing that if it's every day will be this freedom and you trust on surprises, then it's like you're gonna get lost or I'm gonna get lost. And then if it's all structured and like tight, then it's like no, you don't have any freedom.
There has to be space for like something unexpected too, or then it becomes just pure work. I mean that then it kind of loses the chance of finding something new.
Yeah, and I guess it's like a mix when you have weeks of residencies, you mix those days and have different.
That's why I guess it's also difficult to define what is your ideal work day, because it feels like it becomes ideal by how are the other days next to it too. Like it's kind of ideal that you get a nice working week instead of just one day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If that thought makes sense.
And I guess it includes like being in a nice place, good weather, having a market somewhere, like other activities around which can boost the feeling of being at work.
Yeah. That also you have something you can get inspired or get your thoughts to something else, not only the work itself.
Yeah, and you have said it probably many times, and I agree to that. Walking to the workplace is useful. So in the morning when you get your breakfast and stuff, and then you have some time between where you live and the workplace to walk it and think about it and get your mind a bit ready for the rehearsal, and then the same out that you can think it out loud, think it out all what you have done in the day, not just straight to somewhere. Or like some places they have like a upstairs living place, which is great because it's very close, but you have to go outside to get your mind fresh.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. At the same time, it's amazing to live in the space where you work at, but at the same time, it's then you have to take the time to get out as well.
Yeah, yeah, you have to make it by yourself on purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, residency spaces, please have your living place as close as possible, but not so close as possible.
We don't know what we're saying
Yeah.
because
So-
this is not an advice podcast.
No, no, no. Don't take anything here seriously or as an advice. As advice. One advice is don't say an advice
Because that's not a word.
because that's not correct.
And that kind of. Our first episode is nonsense.
Yeah, our first episode is truly a first episode.
It's truly nonsense. But I would say it was a good work day, anyways.
It was a good work day. Okay, let's.
I guess we could go on and on about this topic
Yeah,
and compare all kinds of work days. What is ideal? Performing day or office day
performing.
or training day, but maybe if there is interest we can talk more about this another time.
Yeah. Please write in the comments if you want to hear something more about our detailed work days and stuff, or like if you're interested in any aspect. Because yes, we have different when we train, like technique, when we try to train some kind of tricks and stuff.
And we have too many things to talk about. No, sorry. What?
I don't understand.
Maybe we need a break or something.
Let's have a little break.
Yes.
Some fresh air, some laundry in the laundry.
Laundry is laundering.
Laundry is laundering. Kantas.
God.
Cut. And we are back.
And we are back. So where were we?
So I prepared some would you rather for you.
I'm a little bit scared.
Don't worry, it's a short one. There's three of them which are on the topic and then a little bit off the topic few.
Now you sound like Ari Matti. Will you answer too?
We have three good would you rather questions. And
Okay, I should have not said anything.
now you said it and I just heard it and of course I want to do it. Okay,
So you will answer too?
I will answer too, yes. So, this is maybe the closest
Time.
time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Would you rather always think a little bit about work, but work whenever you want to work, or 8 hours a day forced work and then weekend free and evenings free?
You couldn't come up with anything easier to start with. I mean, some part of me would like to say that it would be nice to live a moment without thinking of the work.
That you work 8 hours, you end the work and you don't care about it anymore.
Yes.
You're just small part of the big company and you don't have to think of how it will go with this company.
Yes, yes. But at the same time, I feel like there's no way out anymore. I made my decision that
Yeah.
I'll think about work a little bit all the time.
Yeah,
So
but
that's the answer.
so you kind of would like to do the 8 hours work day, but you see that something is happening outside, but it will not be, they will not hear. Yeah, you would like 8 hours a day and not think about stuff.
No, but no.
No, you,
Obviously, the first one.
yeah, because
Remind me of the first one.
always think a little bit about work and work whenever you want.
Decision has been made.
Decision has been made, and it's nice to work whenever you want, like to have like this freedom of I'm not feeling, I'm not gonna work today.
We'll work a little bit on Sunday and be a bit easier on ourselves on Monday.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's good, it's fantastic.
Okay.
Went too far. Okay, next one. Write applications for funding or do commercial gigs for companies.
Do commercial gigs for company.
You don't like the idea of writing applications for funding?
I don't like the idea of writing.
Yeah, I guess that's
Plus, it's uncertain writing an application. How many no's you get?
mhm.
If you make a commercial gig, you most definitely get paid.
But
If you have a contract.
but you perform some, you're in some, okay, something you don't like, you know.
What were you about to say?
Some glittery tight costume and some stupid music.
Yeah, but I mean, it's money for sure.
And it's work, yeah. I totally understand.
Of course, I wouldn't maybe choose to do that like all the time, you
Yeah.
know. And of course, with the application comes the freedom that if it goes through, you get to do what you actually wanted. So, of course, that's great, but it's just so much work and so much no's. So,
Yeah.
kind of if I could choose that, if with one commercial gig per month, for example, I could fund my own creative process, wouldn't that be quite amazing?
Yeah. Just takes a lot of time. And I guess you
What
start
takes a lot of time?
gigs in a way that you have to create something.
But it takes
And-
only one day if
No,
you
yeah.
go to perform one.
Not so much.
If
time,
it's like your own act.
actually. Yeah, it's you're right.
Unless it's like, oh, you have to go to rehearsals of this.
Yeah. But you don't. It's a 5-minute act. for millions of euros.
So if I would do that couple times a month, I guess, because that's how our capitalistic world works.
Okay, next one. We don't go there. Only travel abroad for work or work in one building in the same country. No, like you travel like we do, or you work in, for example, in a theater and you always go to the same theater.
The first one.
Always travel.
That's what we do.
Just you don't.
Except less this year, but
Mm.
no. Or then the theater would need to be like absolutely fantastic
Fantastic.
with the best staff,
Staff and stuff.
and you feel like and stuff, and you always feel like going to the best place. But hey, you're not answering to any of these. I'm just answering.
Writing applications or commercial gigs. Commercial gigs. Yes, please.
And the first one,
The first one, 8 hours a day. No, it's the same as you.
Okay.
Yeah, the same as you. And this one, travel abroad or work in one place. I don't know. I like. Yeah, it has to be a great place.
but still like that you would say no to meeting new nice people and learning about different
Yeah,
places.
yeah.
No.
But then imagine that you would. No, of course it's extreme, but that you would not work anywhere here in Lithuania or no. Yeah.
That
for
would be
example.
sad.
That would be a bit sad. Yes, you just work outside.
Or if then the theater is so fantastic and we can invite all kinds of people there all the time. So
Yeah.
maybe.
To become a center where people come and you still have kind of similar.
So okay, still
Experience.
travel. I choose the traveling for now, but maybe one day if there is such a great theater.
Which we will build. Okay. Again, went too far. Okay, so little bit off. Who would you choose to create and perform circus duo act show? Dochi or Timothy Chalamet?
Why? What is this question?
Imagine if you make a circus show and you have to choose between two of them. Who would you choose?
The first thought that Doshi could make great music for the show, so that was the more direct thought.
Yeah.
But I don't know what this Chalamet capable of. Also, he speaks French, so he could be a
So you
good producer.
you would take him as a producer because he speaks French.
So it became a bit more difficult question now.
It would be interesting to see both of them in action, learning circus, and how would their creation process would go.
Would they like even Circus?
Yeah, I have no idea. So that was just some kind of
Okay, Doshi.
Doge. Yeah, good music, Chinese pole, and then I
Don't
like
go too
tracks.
far.
Okay, sorry. Get your tits up. Okay.
You ruined it. Chalamet then.
Yes, actually, I thought that this question could be interesting in general. Who would you like to create a show with? Like, in all the people from history and now.
In the world,
Like,
all the people.
the same question as who would you like to have dinner with? That, fun conversation question. Who would you like to make a show together with? Like Jesus Christ or something like that.
Have to bring Jesus up in every episode at least once.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not bringing him here. He is with us. Okay, but this question maybe it's actually worth of some extra time, and we can bring it up next time because I
Like
think
Jesus.
like Jesus.
So which one do you choose? Tits up or or a great producer?
Ah, well, yeah, Dochi or Timothy. I don't know. It's so yeah, music point, and then I'm wondering how would they be in what would they do in circus? Like, would I do pair acrobatics with them, like one or the other way? Some clowning with Timothy. I don't know. Is he how is he in that? And would be interesting to try with both for sure. And what would I choose? Not just because you chose Dochi, I will choose Timothy.
Do you even know who I chose in the end?
No, yes, you changed to Timothy, but your original one was Dochi. And the last one, which what would you choose? Be late to the show, or have it postponed multiple times when you are kind of warming up and ready to go on stage? Like you are 5 minutes late to the show, so you have all the stress and everything, and you're not kind of ready, and then you were warmed up 5 times already, and you used all your energy because of the stress before the show.
No, but this is not far away from reality. I mean that it has happened that it's been raining right before the show and
Yeah.
you keep on thinking if it's even going to happen. But 5 times exactly?
No, something like that. Like, no, yes, 5 times.
And the late, is it like the show has already started and you run in 5 minutes late?
Yeah.
Or that you're just 5 minutes late from your preparation?
The host said, and this is the show of Aino Makipa. And then sleep for 5 minutes.
And then I would need to like... Will there be audience after 5 minutes?
No, yeah, let's say it's closed place, so everybody's there and
They can't escape.
they can't escape.
Wow.
They take it as is it part of the show? You know, first 2 minutes you're like, is it part of the show? Or then they see some technicians running because they're looking for you.
No, I guess I choose the warm up 5 times. Or
Yeah, that
whatever. I'll sacrifice myself. Because I guess with audience is the risk that they will never ever want to come back to circus.
you feel like that's your responsibility to always get them to have positive feelings about circus, otherwise they will never come back.
I don't feel only like that, but I'm ready to sacrifice myself. As I said, I'm ready to bend in any direction.
Because you're a worker.
Because I'm a worker, not the boss. Boss would arrive 5 minutes late.
And be, all right, let's start it.
Sorry, guys. Are you still ready to go?
Yeah, this late thing is like, yeah, can we 5 minutes so the late ones come in?
But you know, this is also impossible to think about because, no, I mean, we prepare for the shows always at least an hour before. So being 5 minutes late from the beginning of the show, it's like you are 1 hour 5 minutes late from the because then it's like you didn't even prepare or what? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get. No, it's more
So
like
it's absurd to think about like just arriving.
more like you got stuck in the toilet or something, and then somebody opened, and then you have to run in and.
Oh my god. I would hate that.
Yeah.
I guess it's better to get exhausted by warm-ups then. That would be next level. Thank God it doesn't happen. I hope it will never happen to me, but I can see this being stuck in a toilet.
Yeah, that sounds
Terrible.
I because there's adrenaline. Probably you just kick the doors out or something like that. Yeah, like
Or run home and cry.
like the theater places I guess they suffer so much because there are so many nervous people around there. Like all the artists who come, they perform before, like 1 hour before the show is like, no, you cannot. No, of course, you get experience, you get a bit better with that, but it's just like nervous people all the time there, and you have to deal with them, and the space has to suffer the actions of those nervous people. Okay. But I guess, do we have advice of this episode? We didn't write down anything.
We didn't. We are losing the point of the podcast.
Yeah, but this is not advice podcast, so
Panic.
it's fine.
That's totally fine, but
But we promised to write one down.
don't get stuck in the toilet before
Don't
the
get
show.
Yeah, yeah. Just don't get stuck.
In life, in general. Don't get stuck in life.
In general.
That's it. That's what you want to. How did it go?
Don't get stuck in life in general.
You can talk while I'm writing.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this being a boss of yourself. Oh, so am I talking and you are also whispering what you're writing? But yeah, let's keep it with this. It will be a memory. I don't come up with anything now.
It will be a memory.
Like when we make many of them, it will be like, oh, this is...
When you write them all into the wall of your workroom.
Maybe we can put them here. Like in the bigger font quotes. Font. Schrift as font.
You're acting strange, Kestas.
Yeah, I guess I drank a cup of coffee and I'm a bit uncontrollable. Advice. But maybe it's time to end, no?
Probably it's time to end.
Probably it's time to end. As always, click.
Why? What is the time to end? Aren't we our own bosses?
Oh my god.
We-
So
we
we
can-
okay, let's continue forever.
We can end, we can continue.
But you are just a worker, so
I'm gonna work here
so
as long as required.
again, there's doubt involved. Should we end or should we not? I don't know. We could discuss about that.
When do we actually end? Do we ever end?
Yeah, maybe we just never end. But maybe the camera goes off, but we actually always stay here and talk. We just eat. Maybe we should do a stream like that.
Maybe.
If you want a stream of 24 hours us sitting here and talking and eating, please leave a comment about it, and then we'll decide if there is enough of people wanting it. We'll do it.
Talk for yourself.
I will do it alone if you want to see me sitting here and eating. Aino will be sleeping right there and doing all kinds of other stuff.
People stream that they are sleeping.
Yeah, they do.
That's pretty creepy.
But the question is, are they for real sleeping, and is it just a photo? Sometimes it's not moving. No, yeah. Or is it on repeat? No, no. Or is it recorded? No, yeah, whatever. But people watch it a lot. No, yeah, whatever.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, and see you next
Good
time.
night.
Good night.
Very sunny outside. Or night.
Yeah, anyways, now it's music going, so we said already good night. I'm not gonna put this part now. Of good night.
And probably it's the next reel.
And probably it's all over the newspaper and
Reel on a newspaper.
so thank you.
Handshake of the episode.
Handshake of the episode, and best of luck to be your own boss, Aina.
To you too, Kestas.
And to you too, people. Be a good boss to yourself.
Be your own boss.
Be your own boss. Don't let others boss you around.
Don't
Be your
listen
own.
to your boss.
Don't listen to your boss. Be your own boss. That's the advice. Don't listen to
We already had a
be your
memory.
own boss and don't listen to the boss, or something like that. Music. Hello, maybe you have an advice for me? Advice.
Advice.
Advice. How about your wife? Is that an advice? Give me something to speak about. Say something. I need some help. Some help. Some help. Some help. Some help. I'm not here to help, but please say something to me. Am I listening this or is it just me? It's coming to the end. Please stop it. She said I was not going to. Is it him talking?
Does anybody have an advice here?
Is this the advice man? Please welcome on stage the advice man.
This is not an advice
Podcast.